Hi, I'm Hannah with blockchain.wtf, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin as a monetary system. So, is Bitcoin money? What exactly is money? What gives money value? What makes for good money? The history of money is actually pretty fascinating, from salt to gold coins to rye stones to paper or the fiat money that we've been using for the last few generations. But what exactly is money, and why do we use it? Well, money helps us to communicate and transfer value with our fellow humans. The classic example here is to look at how money improves upon a barter system. So let's imagine that I raise chickens or egg-producing hens, and I want a new pair of shoes. Well, I can go to the shoemaker and offer her one of my hens for that awesome pair of leather boots that I've had my eye on. But maybe she's a vegan and she doesn't want my chicken. Or maybe she loves chicken and those boots are on sale for only 3/4 of an egg-producing hen. Well, how do I give her 3/4 of my egg-producing hen without killing it and eliminating its egg-producing potential? Well, you can see why money is so much better in this situation. See, money has three properties or three things that it does for us. So one, it's a medium of exchange. Handing the shoemaker $50 and asking for a bit of change back is so much easier than trying to give her 3/4 of my chicken. Money is also a unit of account. This means instead of thinking about prices in terms of chickens or fractions of chickens, I can think about prices in terms of gold coins or euros or dollars. Money is also a store of value. That chicken of mine is going to get old and stop laying eggs at some point, so I can't really use it as a savings account. But if I have a stable currency, and that's a very important if, but if I do have that stable currency, then I can sell that chicken to someone who wants it now, take that money, and stash it in a hole in my backyard and save it for a rainy day. So we can see how useful money is, but how does something become money? Why do we use gold coins or pieces of paper instead of pumpkin seeds or cat hair, right? What makes for good money? In the history of money, gold has probably been the most popular. So let's take a look at why. Gold is a good medium of exchange. So you can carry it around with you. You can have big coins or small coins. You can even chop a gold coin in half and it wouldn't destroy all of its value. So it's divisible. But gold has another property. It's also fungible, which is a way of saying one gold coin is worth pretty much just exactly the same as another, as long as it has the same quality and size. Now, if we're using chickens instead, well, let's imagine everyone knows that Susie lays better eggs than Ethel. So if I loan someone some money, Susie, but he pays me back with Ethel, well, that's just not as good, is it? And this complicates things. So gold is a good medium of exchange because it's portable, divisible, and fungible. How about a store of value? Is gold a good store of value? Well, yeah, it is. And the reason why is primarily scarcity. Let's imagine that we used laminated leaves as money and tried to use that as a store of value. Well, if you want to save some money, I can try to stash a bag of laminated leaves under my mattress. But leaves literally grow on trees, so the supply of money would expand dramatically every spring, and that bag under my mattress would be worth less and less every spring. This is basic supply and demand, right? Price levels vary directly with the supply of money. The money supply goes up, prices go up, and the value of your savings account or bag of leaves goes down. Good money has a stable supply to preserve its purchasing power. The exact quantity is far less important than the stability of that quantity. So, is Bitcoin a store of value? And here's where things get interesting. Remember, a very necessary property of money is scarcity, and Bitcoin has a limited and predictable supply. There are currently about 17 million Bitcoins, and there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. Now, while Bitcoin's value relative to national currencies such as the US dollar or the euro has fluctuated, sometimes wildly, this limited supply leads many supporters to predict that Bitcoin will be an excellent store of value. And for monetary nerds such as myself, this is a really, really important point. So let's go back to paper money or fiat money. Fiat money is the money that government has declared to be money or legal tender. and it's not backed by or linked to any commodity. With this kind of money, the government controls the supply, sometimes directly, sometimes in a roundabout way. But with fiat currency, there's a problem called inflation. And this is when the money supply increases and the value of the money in your bank account goes down and everything gets more expensive. It's like springtime in our laminated leaves example. Now, this can happen for a lot of reasons, but being able to print money is a really powerful tool, and sometimes monetary authorities just can't resist. Inflation of fiat currency has been an issue in the States, but it's been a huge issue elsewhere in the world. So Germany in the 1920s, Yugoslavia in the 90s, Venezuela right now. And these are just the more dramatic examples. The history of government-managed, non-commodity-backed currencies is a little concerning. These issues, though, are all possible because fiat currencies are centrally controlled. While with Bitcoin, there is no central authority or government that controls it, because no one controls Bitcoin. Bitcoin is decentralized, so inflating it away for political benefit isn't even a possibility. And this is perhaps the biggest reason to like Bitcoin as a monetary system. Just like commodity money, such as gold, Bitcoin is not under the control of a central authority and so can't be abused or inflated away by that central authority. And Bitcoin is definitely being used as a store of value in places that have these currency issues. Now, Bitcoin hasn't quite made it as a unit of account just yet, but is it a good medium of exchange? Yes, it definitely is. You can buy all kinds of things with Bitcoin. Just check out openbazaar.com. And like gold, Bitcoin is portable, divisible, and fungible. But even better than that, it has digital convenience. Because of that, it's often called digital gold. Imagine trying to buy something from someone on the other side of the world with a bag of gold. Would you ship that gold to them? Gold's really heavy. Would you deposit it somewhere and then transfer ownership of that account to the other party? That involves trusting a middleman. Gold works well in person, but not so much for online convenience. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general are a huge improvement in this situation. You get a currency with the monetary properties of gold, but with the global convenience like a credit card, and all without having to trust any third parties. This hasn't happened before in the history of money. Cryptocurrency is a new form of money. It's the evolution of money. If you have any comments about Bitcoin as a monetary system, drop them below. You can always find more information at blockchain.wtf, and I'll see you next time.